I have recorded this video like 3 different times. Most of the time it's been like a talking head style video. But I really want to kind of do the video with the car in front of me instead of just, talking about the car and having overlays of pictures. Visually, not much has changed on the car a whole lot since the last video I did, where I kind of went over how I finished up the splitter and stuff. The car's gotten some work done to it. I put all new brakes and rotors on the car all the way around. Redid the clutch on it, new fluids, and had a couple things spring up right as I was in the process of getting the car ready for Slammed Enough North Carolina. I've been in 3 car shows since that and a handful of meets. You can kind of see the car's gross right now from being outside, but had some things happen. The clutch ended up fighting me a little bit just because I had some the little dowel pins kind of fought me a little bit on it, and nothing too major, but got that done. Then rotors were no problem. I had no issues with the braking rotors. That almost smooth. Like, the car's running and driving just fine. But right before Slammed Enough, I sprung a steering rack leak. So just out of the blue, noticed it was starting to leak fluid. I still haven't fixed that yet. So that's still an issue. So it's got a little bit of a supercharger whine just because the power steering keeps getting low. I'll take care of that later. That's going to be coming soon. And then radiator fan, for whatever reason, just kind of stopped working. Believe it was actually just because the connection on the relay was a little corroded. Fixed that. That was fine. So outside of that, like, car's working more or less fine. So gonna kind of, like, I still got more stuff obviously left. I still got to do the side skirts and the rear portion of the little end plates here. I got the vents pulled out. I got some work I got to do on those, but those will be going back in soon. So I kind of want to go over the Plasti Dip and do a 3-month review, just because I've had some issues. I love the color. The carbon blue is an amazing color. Like, you can just see the look. It's a great color. I mean, look at that like plasma looking. It's a great color. The satin black's fine. Of course, you get a lot of ugly just over time. That cleans off really easy. Simple green cleans off really easy. Bringing that up though, because like, you get water spots, right? You leave the car out in the rain, you get water spots. You can kind of see a little bit of, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but you can kind of see it's like little spots there. That cleans off really easy. Well, one day I went to go clean that all off right before. It was like a week after the last cartoons meet. So right after that video that I did, I had noticed water spots on the car. Cleaned the water spots off on the black, no problem. Simple green took it off, looked great. I had these water spots on the blue that would not go away. I tried everything. I even made the mistake of trying to use Chemical Guy's water spot remover, which is like a jelly, which they don't really recommend using any kind of like paste style waxes on this stuff. It's supposed to be all like a spray style. So I'll slap a little picture on there of what I was dealing with. But what I've come to believe is it wasn't water spots because it was under the surface. It was, I think it's bleaching. I think it had rained and I didn't immediately dry the car because it was just sitting outside. And I think the sun magnified through the rain and literally bleached the carbon blue, the pearl underneath it. I had to respray all of the blue on this car because of the water spots issues, because it was like a week before Slammed Enough and I have these permanent white spots. So resprayed the car. The car's more or less been inside the garage, but I have the charger in the garage now because I'm working on a project. So now it's back out. I have issues with the cats. The cats like to climb on it, so I got some little surface scratches again like I did before. I'm not too worried about it. The car's not really going in any more shows for the rest of the year. I do plan on going to Slam Enough, Sevierville, Gatlinburg area. But I'm gonna bring the car, but I'm not entering the car. But I do have one of the spots that came back, and it's right there. So I'm pretty sure it's just because the water runs down the car when the water gets in the mirrors. Like, that's permanent. That is like a white bleached spot. It does not come out. So look at that plasmas. I love this color. This is an awesome color. But if I leave it in the weather, I think I have that problem. I'm gonna do another video, another follow-up video, kind of doing an experiment with the carbon blue. Like, the car's been waxed. I've used the dip coat wax, and I've used standalone, like other brands, waxes. So like, there's wax on this. It should be UV protected, but somehow that still happens. And then in the last week, I've suddenly had this pop up. My car has a zit. I popped it previously. It's bubbled. You can get a little zoom in here. Boop. You can see it's. So I popped it, and in like 3 days sitting out here in the sun, this went back down. It was completely flat again, but you can see the little hole. So I resealed this. I have a kind of a little trick using the thinner to cure a handful of things. I'll go over that shortly too. But that, like, I'll have to pop this again to get this going. Like, we have our next meet this weekend, so I'm literally gonna have to do something about this. But I popped it, it sealed, and then I re-tapped it with thinner, and it took care of it for the previous car show. But it's now come back. I don't know what that is. I don't know why that's there. Just out of the blue. This is 3 months later, and all of a sudden I've got a zit. So, I guess I'm gonna kind of conclude with that. Like, it's a beautiful color, but this Plasti Dip has been a pain in the ass. It mars incredibly easy. Like, my son gets out of the car, and you know, he'll clip the edge. It happens. It's a spot, you know. And then I get little various things. Like, I got some like little bit of rub that happens here, so that's rubbed that off. That's a little annoying, but I'm not super worried about it. I'm planning on ripping this all off this winter, because I got some bodywork stuff that's still got to be finished on the car. Like I said, I rushed the car to get it drivable for the season. So I'm not stressing it. It's a little frustrating, but I have buddies that have their cars done in Plasti Dip, but they're not doing pearl. They're not doing the top coat. They're not doing pearl. They're just doing like the performance series, and they're not having these issues. So I want to do an experiment, because like, I'm not having the issues in the black, which is the regular black Plasti Dip, but it does have a satin top coat. But so I don't think it's the top coat itself. I think it's the pearl, because this is the top coat with the blue pearl in it, and it's doing what it's been doing, but the black with the top coat over top of it has not. So I don't think it's the top coat. I don't think the regular does it. I think it's strictly the pearl. But I'm gonna do an experiment video, and we'll go over that. So it's just kind of a quick little video, just kind of going over some stuff with the car. Our car meet's coming up this weekend. I've been wanting to do this video, kind of talking about the car. I've been driving the hell out of it lately. It's good to be back in the car, you know. Just a handful of little issues, and it's my first time ever doing Plasti Dip. I'm overall happy. I love the color. I'm absolutely in love with the color. It has texture. There's issues here and there. I wasn't perfect at it, but it looks fucking great. Just have those little issues. But I'm gonna do an experiment video, and we're gonna go from there. There will be another video coming up. I have a secret project going on in there. Garage is a shit show, but working on a thing for her car, and I'll be doing a video series on that too. So, all right. Like, subscribe, share, all that happy go horse shit.